Just a few weeks ago, my family and I moved to Latin America. My parents are important witches who are always busy trying to save the world. They work at the World Witches Congress, preventing other warlocks and witches from conquering and enslaving humans. But no matter how much of a witch you are, there is one thing in this world that everyone hates to do: dishwashing. And in this new apartment, we don't have a dishwasher. Luckily, we have magic.
Breathe, Camilla. Focus, don't rush. Everything you need is right here. Let your head do the talking. Remember, the blood of thousands of powerful witches runs through your veins. You got this.
What a waste of magic. The child should be learning how to fight humans. In my time, witches...
Shut up, Mario. You're ruining our focus.
That chattering cat with a grumpy face is my Uncle Mario, my mom's brother. You may be wondering how a magic cat can be my uncle. Well, we are a family of witches and weird things happen here. Okay, breathe. Focus. Let your head do the talking. Listen close. Oh, sponge so neat. My command, you shall now meet. Dishes dirty, time to clean, no stains left. That's what I mean. Suddenly, the sponge came to life, turned on the water faucet, and started cleaning the dishes with great grace.
Yes.
But I celebrated too soon. The sponge finished doing the dishes, and instead of drying them, it started throwing them like flying saucers. No, stop! My dad and I had to take shelter under the table.
What happened? Is everything okay?
All good, love.
Sponge, please stop! But it didn't listen to me. After the sponge broke all our china, it began to throw everything within reach. A frying pan hit my father's head, and a knife missed Uncle Mario by an inch. My mom came in and discovered the mess.
No more mischief, no more play. Listen closely to what I say. Hold your horses and in line. Obey this rhyme, O sponge of mine.
The sponge immediately obeyed Mom and stopped.
What happened here?
I told them not to waste magic on foolish things, but they never listened to me.
It's my head. Sometimes it messes up the words. I say one thing, but I think about something else.
Don't worry, you are still getting used to your powers. With practice, you'll learn to master them. Your father only learned to control his powers when he was 14.
He was even more useless then.
Isn't there a little bird you have to stalk?
You know, Camila, it would help if you had some friends to talk to, instead of spending so much time in front of the TV. There's a young boy in the apartment across the hall.
Why do you want her to have human friends? They're all traitors who would use her if they had the chance. If you want her to have worthy friends, you'd better send her to a witch boarding school.
Most humans are good people. They are just afraid.
Yeah, afraid to work. If they could, they would enslave us, so they could stay all day getting fat in front of the TV. In my time, witches...
Cut it out, Mario. Nobody here is going to enslave anyone. And I don't like you putting those ideas in Camila's head. Both humans and witches can be good or bad. It depends on who they are as a person. Never judge a book by its cover, Camila.
Yes, Mom.
And now, dance my tools in a cleaning spree. Broom and brush, dustpan be free. Gather dust, sweep away. Kitchen magic, now at play.
My mom made it look so easy. Soon the broom, brush, and dustpan came to life, cleaned up the mess, and the kitchen was spotless.
Lily, we need to go. We're going to be late for the airport.
Now, while we're gone, listen to your Uncle Mario. No spells, especially not in front of humans. And don't go out. You have everything you need here. Witch's word?
Witch's word.
Love you.
Love you more.
But I love you naturally.
Want some bread with your cheesiness?
Don't listen to your Uncle Mario. You're wiser than him.
My father kissed me on the forehead, and once again, they were off to save the world. Minutes later, I was ready to binge watch the latest season of Diary of a Sorceress when, Uncle Mario, are you coming or not? I'm gonna play it now. But there was no reply. I started looking for him all over the house and found his necklace lying on the floor. He loves that necklace. He would never take it off. The living room window was open. Could someone have kidnapped Uncle Mario? Hey, how are ya? Come closer. I don't bite. It's my uncle who bites. Welcome to my story. Get ready because it's gonna get really good. Witch's word. But first, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the little bell so you don't miss any of my adventures. If you don't subscribe, I'll put a curse on you. Nah, I'm kidding. Or I'm not. Immediately, I tried to call my parents, but they must have been flying because I couldn't get through. I was super worried. My uncle, as annoying as he was, could be in danger. Standing in front of the main door, I was terrified. But then I remembered what my dad always tells me.
Camilla, eat your veggies.
Not that. The other thing he always tells me.
The blood of thousands of powerful witches runs through your veins. You got this.
I got this. I felt courage running through my veins. Determined to save Uncle Mario, I I opened the door, but a little grandma with her walker was passing by. She scared the heck out of me, and I quickly went back to my house's safety. I don't know if I told you, but I'm terrified to go out, and I don't like strangers. My doctor says I have social anxiety, so my mom wants me to have friends. Tough luck, right? But I also have a wild imagination, and I soon pictured all the horrible things humans could be doing to Uncle Mario. Maybe they were forcing him to entertain spoiled little brats at a birthday party, or jumping fire rings at the circus, or worse, they were forcing him to do stand-up comedy.
What is smarter than a talking cat? A spelling bee.
It gave me the chills just thinking about it. So I took a deep breath and finally made it out. But as soon as I left the building and walked a few blocks, I started to wish I hadn't. The mess, the people, and the noise were awful. I felt like I was getting smaller and smaller, and everyone was gonna step on me. It also didn't help that a strange man dressed in a hat and trench coat seemed to be following me. Okay, maybe he was just walking behind me, but he looked suspicious. I mean, who wears a trench coat in this heat? My mother forbade me to go out, and there I was, terrified, crossing the street, when suddenly an angel appeared in front of my eyes. Well, he wasn't really an angel. He was more like a boy in a magician's costume too big for him, doing cheap tricks at the stoplight. But to me, he was an angel with tan skin, curly hair, and shiny teeth. My temperature spiked, and my legs began to shake. I never felt that before. I saw that his handkerchiefs were sticking out from under his sleeve. The boy was not a brilliant Hogwarts student, but he was better looking than Harry Potter himself. I was so amazed with him that I didn't notice a car coming at full speed.
Watch out!
He ran as fast as he could, jumped, and pushed me out of the car's way, saving my life. My dad was right. Humans were good.
Are you okay?
I froze, smiling with a goofy face as people watched us. He waved his hand in front of my eyes, trying to wake me up.
I swear I didn't break her. She was already broken.
Finally, I snapped out of it. Thank you. You saved me.
Oh, thank God you're alright. I'm Diego, the best magician in the neighborhood.
And he pulled a small mouse out of his sleeve.
Sorry, wrong sleeve.
Camilla.
What were you thinking, Camilla? Crossing the street like that? You gotta be careful here.
Sorry, I don't get out much. But my uncle, my cat got lost and I'm looking for him. My cat's name is Uncle Mario.
Oh, if you wait until my shift is over, I can help you find him. I know these streets like the back of my hand.
Your shift?
Yeah, my shift. I work doing magic at the stoplight, but I can't leave until I make 100 pesos.
Okay, and how much have you got so far?
Let's see, 8 pesos. I'll see you soon.
At this pace, it was gonna take Diego 3 days to earn 100 pesos. So I decided to help him, even though my mom had told me not to do magic, especially not in front of humans. I couldn't help myself. He was so cute. I decided that at least it was for a good cause, and I wouldn't let anyone see me. Tiny wizard, sleeves so plain, a trick of magic, a bit of game, with a wink and a spell so sweet, handkerchiefs, your sleeves shall meet. But as always, the spell backfired, and handkerchiefs started coming out of his sleeves, his pockets, his pants, and even his ears. Diego freaked out, but people passing by and folks in cars started laughing and handing him money. Soon, Diego's hat didn't have just 100 pesos in it. It had more than 1,000.
Wow, did you see that?
Yeah, you are such a good magician.
Thank you. I guess I am. Now, where do we start the search?
I know a place where he could be. The fish market. Uncle Mario has a bad habit of taking what doesn't belong to him. Maybe the fishmonger got sick of it and kidnapped him.
How do you plan to get in?
You distract the fishmonger while I sneak to the back of the store and search for Uncle Mario.
Distract him... how?
I don't know, talk to him about fish?
I know nothing about fish.
Make something up. Not very convinced. Diego entered the fish market and got really nervous when the fishmonger stuck his knife in the cutting board and spoke to him with his deep voice.
Good day. What do you want?
I'm looking for a cat.
What?
Catfish. I'm looking for a catfish.
I'm out of catfish. Can I get you another fish?
Let me think.
With the fishmonger distracted, I slowly walked behind his back, sneaking into the store's rear.
You're wasting my time, boy. Make up your mind. I got work to do.
Just as the fishmonger was about to turn around and spot me, Diego blurted,
Can I show you a magic trick?
"Oh no, the fishmonger was gonna cut Diego to little pieces and feed them to the neighborhood dogs."
I love magic!
What? Didn't expect that. I quickly went to the back of the store and started searching for Uncle Mario, but there were only boxes, kitchen tools, and coolers full of ice, fish, shrimps, and crabs.
Pick a card and don't show it to me. The little magic here, a little magic there.
In front of the fishmonger's fascinated eyes, Diego made ridiculous movements with the cards. Is that what he calls magic? Maybe humans aren't so smart after all.
And your card is 5 of diamonds.
The fishmonger checked his card with disappointment.
No, it's not.
Okay, we better move the deck faster. We hurry up a little bit.
No matter how hard I kept looking, there was no trace of Uncle Mario. Just ugly fish.
And your card is 8 of hearts.
Are you sure you're a magician?
I was about to call off the search. It was obvious that Uncle Mario had not been there. But suddenly, I turned around and came face to face with the ugliest crab I had ever seen. I panicked and tripped over some pots. The fishmonger heard the noise, growled, grabbed his knife, and stormed into the back of the store.
Wait, here comes the best part.
What are you doing here?
He was coming straight at me, blocking my way out. I backed away as I tried to explain myself. I'm just looking for my cat. It's a light-colored cat with a grumpy face.
That jerk cat that always steals my fish?
Yep, that one.
Thieves! You're going to jail!
He was gonna catch me, but Diego jumped up like a kangaroo and put a bag over the fishmonger's head, blocking his sight.
Run!
I started to run and was about to escape, but the fishmonger grabbed my arm tightly. So he left me no choice. Crab so chill, don't be blue. Time to wait. There's much to do. With a dab of magic, a pinch of fun, revive dear crab, and let's get things done. The horrible crab came to life and used its huge claws to pinch the fishmonger, who screamed and let me go. It worked. I was free. When I noticed that Diego was looking at me, surprised, his eyes were as wide as dishes. He'd seen me doing magic. Mom was gonna kill me. Let's go. I grabbed Diego's hand and we rushed out of the store. Seconds later, the fishmonger came out enraged with his knife in one hand and the crab still clutching him.
If I see your cat again, I'm gonna make him sushi!
Diego and I ran like crazy, but something caught my eye. The strange man in the trench coat was outside the fish market, watching us. Coincidence? I don't think so. We turned into an alley. I was so busy running away, I didn't see a large blind man with dark glasses and a cane. He stopped Diego. He wasn't blind at all. He was just pretending.
Hey, where are you going in such a hurry?
Let him go!
Edgar, I was going home.
Edgar? Are they friends?
Why are you not at your post? You're missing rush hour.
I was just helping Camilla find her cat.
That bony man raised his glasses and fixed his eyes on me.
Camilla, this is Edgar, my dad.
Your what?
Stepdad, who is this child? Where are your parents?
Edgar began to walk towards me. He gave me the creeps.
She's nobody. Look how much money I made.
Diego took off his hat, showing Edgar the money he had earned that day, and that crook took all of it. What?
Good. That's my boy. And you'd better go home, child. These streets are dangerous, and we don't want anything bad to happen to you. Come on, boy.
And pretending to be blind again, Edgar walked away.
Can you spare a coin for this blind man?
Diego came closer to me, held my hand, and whispered in my ear.
Don't worry about your secret. It's safe with me. I'll see you tomorrow at the same stoplight. We'll find your cat.
He kissed my cheek and left. I almost melted. I've never kissed a boy before. It was getting dark, so I decided to go back home. The search for Uncle Mario would have to wait until tomorrow. I was about to leave when suddenly I felt a hand gripping my shoulder. I turned around and discovered that the person grabbing my shoulder was the strange... I kicked him in the knee with all the strength I had. The strange man fell to the ground, and I ran away as if the devil was chasing me. I ran so fast that when I finally stopped, there was no sign of the man in the trench coat, but I had no idea where I was. I was completely lost. I walked for a while, trying to find my way around, but I was only getting more and more lost. Where the heck was I? On top of that, glowing yellow eyes appeared in the darkness under a bridge. Perhaps it was a radioactive rat? Come on, Camilla. You're a witch. The blood of thousands of witches runs through your veins. What can a simple little rat do to you? But suddenly, I was surrounded by dozens of glowing yellow eyes. I couldn't believe I was gonna die without kissing Diego. I was gonna be eaten by radioactive rats. I told you it was gonna get good, right? Witches never lie. Well, we sometimes do, but this isn't one of those times. Have you subscribed to the channel yet? Don't forget to turn on the little bell so you don't miss my adventures. And give this a like, or I'll turn you into a frog. Nah. I was surrounded and frightened. The rats would jump me at any moment. What an awful way to die. But then I heard a familiar noise. An orange cat came up to me and began to gently rub my leg. The yellow eyes were not from rats. They were from dozens of beautiful stray kitties. They all came out of the darkness for me to pet them. Such cute kitties. You want some food?
Looks like you peed your pants.
I turned around startled to see a middle middle-aged woman behind me. All the cats ran to cuddle with her, so I guessed she was their mom. No, I did not. Who was this creepy cat lady? She was dirty, scruffy, and smelled like cat pee, wore a cat as a scarf, and a puppy was peeking out of her jacket pocket.
What are you doing here, princess? This is no place for a spoiled brat.
I'm not a... My name is Camilla. I got lost. Maybe you can help me get back home?
Sure. Let me call my chauffeur. I'll drive you in my limo.
What's wrong with you? Why are you being so mean?
Let me guess. You ran away from home because your mom didn't want to take you to Disneyland.
No, I got lost looking for my cat.
What does your cat look like?
He's a light-colored cat with a bad temper. His name is Uncle Mario.
Haven't seen him.
A cat's whine caught my attention, coming from a small tent under the bridge. The cat was in pain. I walked over and opened the tent. A small cat was lying with a broken paw.
What are you doing?
Maybe I can help her.
Are you a certified vet?
I'm just good with animals. Can I? The cat lady didn't look convinced, but I guess she was curious.
If you hurt her, I'll hurt you.
So friendly. I went inside the tent and held the kitty's paw. Whiskers soft, fur so fine. With this spell, I make it thine. Mend this paw, make it whole. Healing magic, take control. Before the cat lady's amazed eyes, the kitten walked out of the tent and jumped into her arms. She was healed.
How did you...
I told you, I'm good with animals.
Where do you live, Camilla?
Downtown, but I don't know the way.
You are far from home. Maybe it's better if you spend the night with us. When the sun rises, I'll take you there. We don't have much, but we'll share it with you if you want.
I nodded. I was exhausted, hungry, and cold. Tomorrow, I would go back home, find Diego, and we would continue looking for Uncle Mario.
Come in. It's full of hair, but it's our home.
That night, the cat lady shared with me the only bread she had, gave me a blanket and some cardboard to sleep on. I was scared and cold, but the kitten snuggled with me and purred until I fell asleep. It was almost dawn when I got up, and the cat lady was still sleeping. I wanted to repay her for what she had done for me, so I decided to cast a little spell. Beneath the moon's glow, with a magical spin, cat food aplenty, let the feast begin. Whiskers twitching, tails in the air, abracadabra, now food everywhere. Once the cat lady was up, she found a feast for her and her kitties.
But how? Where did this come from?
I don't know, but since it's here, we'd better eat, right? We ate until we almost exploded, and then we went to my house. On the way, I recognized some streets, and we got to the stoplight where I met Diego. As promised, he was there waiting for me. That's my friend, Diego. Once again, he was doing magic tricks in exchange for a few coins. He isn't Harry Potter yet. I hope he never tries to cut someone in half.
That's one of Edgar's boys.
You know Diego and Edgar?
Sadly, I do. When we were kids, Edgar and I were friends. He was a lovely boy, a good student, and a kind friend. One sad day, Edgar argued with his father and left home. From then on, the street toughened him up, sleeping in the cold on cardboards, stealing food, and fighting other children. Edgar's heart turned to stone. He started pretending he was blind to beg for money. People felt sorry for him and helped him. But when he grew up, people didn't give him as much money as they used to. So Edgar changed his strategy and took advantage of a loophole in the adoption system to take in orphans and use them to beg for money. That boy, Diego, is part of Edgar's network. You have to be careful.
Diego's a good boy. He's helping me find my lost cat.
Camilla, promise me you'll be careful.
I promise. By the way, I'm sorry. I never asked your name.
Karen. My name is Karen.
Thanks, Karen. I know my way home from here. I hugged Karen and we said goodbye, sure that I would see her again. Diego! I ran to hug Diego. We were so happy to see each other that we melted into a tight embrace. It was magical.
You smell like cat piss.
Well, not that magical.
Did you find Uncle Mario?
No, I haven't found him yet.
Don't worry, we'll find him. Forgive me for leaving you yesterday. Edgar can be very harsh sometimes.
You're here now. That's what matters. We can go to my place, check if Uncle Mario is back, and while we're at it, I'll take a shower.
Yeah, you need it. But there's something I need to ask you first. Are you a wizard? I saw what you did with that crab.
Oh, I'll tell you, but first, you have to promise not to tell anyone.
Promise.
Okay, so here it goes. I'm a witch.
Wow, a witch. Do you fly on a broom?
No.
Do you eat kids?
gross.
Are you like an evil witch or what?
My mom says that both humans and witches can be good or bad.
So you don't eat kids?
What do you think?
I think you're fine.
Let's go then. What we didn't realize at the time was that the only blind man who can actually see was spying on us from afar and earning a few coins in the process.
Can you spare a coin for this blind man?
After we arrived at my house, we searched for Uncle Mario, but there was no sign of him. But my parents had called 20 times and left a furious message on the answering machine.
Mario, Camila, where are you? Why are you not answering the phone? Camila, call me immediately, or you will be grounded until your 50th birthday.
Oh boy, I picked up the phone and called my parents, praying they were busy and couldn't answer. The phone rang several times until it finally sent me to voicemail. Thank God.
Hi, this is Darwin. I can't take your call right now. I'm probably doing something amazing. Please leave a message after the beep. Beep.
Hey Dad, Mom, it's me, Camilla. Sorry for not answering the phone. Uncle Mario and I were so excited binge-watching Diary of a Sorceress that we missed your calls. But we're fine. Ready to watch the last season. Love you.
Why did you lie to them?
I don't want them to worry. They have enough on their plate trying to save the world. Besides, you and I can find Uncle Mario, right? I'm going to my room to take a quick shower. Meanwhile, you can watch TV.
Wow, your TV is the size of a movie theater.
No, it's not.
And you have a whole room to yourself? That's awesome! I had to share my room with 8 brothers and sisters. One of them snores like a whale.
You know what? I'll make you a deal. Help me find Uncle Mario, and I'll give you this TV, and you and your 8 siblings can watch Diary of a Sorceress. You'll love it.
Thanks, that's a great deal, but it's not necessary. I promise to help you find your cat, and I'll keep my promise.
A few moments later, and no longer smelling like cat pee, I was ready to return to our search.
Wow, you look amazing.
My face turned red, and my head looked like a huge tomato. Thanks. We came out of the building, not realizing that Edgar was still following us, and we walked to an old building that my Uncle Mario used to visit. Here it is. On this building's rooftop, my Uncle Mario meets his girlfriend. Maybe they are there now.
And how can we get past the doorman? I don't think he'll let us pass just like that.
Maybe you can entertain him with a magic trick.
Please, not again.
Okay, my turn then. With a wink and a whisper, oh so sly, the doorman feels a sudden urge nearby. To the bathroom he'll dash without delay. Urgent call of nature, leading the way. The doorman's stomach growled. He felt his gut twist and had to respond to the call of nature.
Are you sure he's gonna be alright?
Yeah, pretty sure. Quickly, Diego and I took the elevator up to the rooftop. Taking a sunbath, there was the beautiful kitten Bianca, Uncle Mario's girlfriend. But again, no trace of my uncle. Where are you?
Hey guys, guess who we found?
Edgar, what are you doing here?
How did you know we were here?
I saw you coming inside the building and followed you. I've been looking for you all morning. One of my stepsons found your cat. He's safe in our house. You just have to go get him.
That's great news, right, Camilla?
Great news, but how do you know it's my cat?
His necklace. His necklace says Uncle Mario.
My uncle lost his necklace at my house. Edgar was lying. The question was, why?
Come on, child. You're gonna love our house. Maybe you and your cat can stay and have dinner with us. We'll introduce you to Diego's brothers and sisters. They're so much fun. There are no rules in our house. You can eat whatever you want, sleep at any time you like, and do as you please. You'll love it. It's paradise.
No, it's not. Why are you acting so weird?
Shut up, boy. You're gonna scare our guest.
What's going on here? What are you up to?
I said shut up.
Stop. I know you're lying. You didn't find my cat's necklace. It's in my house. Now you're going to free Diego and his siblings. No child should work. They should be in school.
Little brat, did your parents not teach you manners?
Release them. You don't know who you're messing with.
Oh, but of course I know, you little witch. You're my lottery ticket. You're gonna work for me, fulfill all my wishes, and make me a millionaire.
The only ticket you are getting is your ticket to jail.
Camilla, I didn't tell him. I promise. He must have heard us in the street.
I told you to shut up. Are you deaf?
Stop. This ends now. With a whisper soft and a gentle touch. A spell I cast. Oh, ever so much. But Edgar covered my mouth with his hand, so I couldn't continue with the spell.
No! Leave her alone, you monster!
I'm not a monster. I'm your stepdad, and I'll do whatever it takes to get us ahead.
We were trapped. It was way stronger than us until, boom, the rooftop door burst open. It was the strange man in the trench coat.
Who are you? What do you want?
But the strange man did not say a word.
What happened? Did the cat eat your tongue?
In my time, Bullies picked on people their own size, not kids.
Enraged, Edgar used his cane to strike the man in the trench coat, but the cane broke upon hitting him. The trench coat opened, revealing that underneath it was a metallic body. A metallic body driven by... Meow. Uncle Mario jumped on Edgar's face and started scratching him. And while he screamed, I started casting my spell. With a whisper soft and a gentle touch. A spell I cast, oh ever so much. Tears will fall like rain from the sky. Big guy cries, no need to ask why. Edgar finally managed to break free from Uncle Mario's attack and threw him aside. Luckily, cats always land on their feet.
What an unpleasant human. I have to wash my paws.
With his face all scratched up, Edgar began to cry like a child, heartbroken, not understanding why. My spell had worked, and immense sorrow filled Edgar. Come on, Diego, let's go. He tried to run towards us, but Edgar grabbed him.
I'll get you, witch! You'll pay for this!
That's our cue. Let's get out of here.
I promise, I'll be back for you, Diego. Witch's word. Diego nodded. He trusted me. Within a second, my Uncle Mario had teleported us back to the house. We were fine, without a scratch. But Diego was stuck with that caveman.
That caveman wants to make you his slave. What were you thinking, telling that boy you're a witch? I told you not to trust humans.
That boy helped me look for you. Where were you? I've been searching for you for 2 days.
I left so you could overcome your fear of going out.
What? You faked being kidnapped so I would go out and find you?
I never imagined this would happen. But look, it worked. You overcame your social anxiety.
Are you mad? Something could have happened to me.
I was always close. Well, I was always close until you hit me.
'Cause you scared me. What did you think was gonna happen? Dressed like that in a dark alley.
Maybe I didn't think it through. But then I couldn't find you. I came back to the house, but you weren't here, so I went out searching for you, and first thing in the morning.
I slept in the street because of you.
Nothing was going to happen to you. You are a witch. In my time, kids slept.
Shut it. You're gonna help me free Diego and his siblings.
And why should I do that? That's human affairs. Let them sort it out among themselves.
You are gonna help me free Diego and his siblings, or I will tell everything to my mom. Everything. Then I watched as every hair on his tiny cat body filled with fear. My mom was a scary lady.
What do you have in mind?
Meanwhile, at Edgar's house, that ugly beast was furious but couldn't stop weeping. Before the frightened eyes of his little brothers and sisters, Edgar scolded Diego.
Please, Edgar, I promise I'll be good.
You're grounded. You are not getting out of this house until you learn who your real family is. But don't worry, you won't be alone for long. I know where that witch lives. Soon, she will keep you company.
No! Leave Camilla alone! Edgar! Edgar!
Next day, my Uncle Mario and I went searching for Diego at the stoplight where he usually did his magic tricks. There was no sign of him, so we decided to go and look for someone who might know where Edgar lived. Karen, the cat lady, was happy to see me again and to find that I had recovered my cat. Meanwhile, Uncle Mario seized the opportunity to flirt with a pretty kitty. Typical Uncle Mario. I need to know where to find them. Diego hasn't gone to the stoplight, and I'm afraid Edgar might hurt him.
And you should be afraid. Edgar is a dangerous guy. You have to stay away from him, not go running towards him.
I can't leave Diego alone. I gave him my word.
Your word won't do you any good if Edgar catches you. Don't make the same mistake I did. Stay as far away as you can from Edgar and his web.
What happened between you and Edgar? Why are you so afraid of him?
I have known him since he was a little boy who ran away from home. I was a few years older than him and had also run away from home. So I understood what he was going through and decided to help. I gave him food and a space in my tent so he could sleep safely. We soon became friends. I took care of him and turned into his big sister. But the street began to take him to dark places and he was desperate. One day I caught him stealing what little of value I had left. I was shocked, betrayed by the person I trusted. I tried to stop him, but Edgar pushed me and left. Camilla, Edgar has become much more dangerous since then. You don't know what he's capable of. There are even rumors that he has connections with the Jackals gang.
I understand, and that's exactly why I can't leave Diego and his little siblings in Edgar's hands. Don't worry, I'm more skilled than I look, and I won't be alone. I turned around, looking for reassurance from my Uncle Mario, but he was too busy sniffing a kitty's butt. Uncle! Ready for this story's finale? I'm biting my nails. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and write us a comment. We'd love to know what you'd like to see happen with me and my friends in the second season of Witch's Word. Your voice is extremely important. Following Karen's advice, we called social services and made an anonymous report against Edgar, telling the authorities how he was forcing Diego and his siblings to work on the street.
Don't worry, I'll go right away.
A social worker visited Edgar's house, but apparently, someone in social services had warned him beforehand because when the worker turned up to inspect the place, it was in perfect shape, with everything extremely clean and the refrigerator bursting with food.
We only eat organic whole veggies and fruits.
Even Diego and his siblings, normally dirty and scruffy, now looked freshly bathed and combed, studying and doing their homework. It was the perfect charade. The social worker was impressed. Edgar gave the impression of being the perfect dad, caring, loving, and with all the adoption papers in order. What a scam!
I'm sorry to have doubted such an exceptional father.
Don't worry. To err is human, to forgive divine.
As soon as the social worker left, Edgar picked up the phone and called the Jackals, the most dangerous gang in town.
Hey, it's me, Edgar. I want to meet with you. I have a business proposition that would suit you very well. A millionaire business. Magical business.
Back home, Uncle Mario and I put our heads to work, coming up with a perfect plan to expose Edgar's lies. We need proof of Edgar's activities, and we need it fast, because my parents will be back soon.
Or we can wait for them and let them sort it out. Your dad is kind of useless, but your mom is an expert in sticking her nose in other people's problems.
What if they tell me to stay out of it? We can't just stand by while Diego and his siblings are being exploited by this scoundrel.
We can't call social services again either. It's obvious Edgar has a rat in there.
We need to change our strategy. We have to do something that Edgar won't see coming. We went back to Karen. We needed her help. So I had to tell her I was a witch. At first she was surprised, but then she remembered how I miraculously healed her kitty's paw and how a feast just popped up the next morning. Then it all made sense to her.
I knew there was something special about you. My cats won't welcome just anyone.
We have a plan to show that Edgar is taking advantage of Diego and his little siblings, but we need your help.
Camilla will be outside Edgar's house.
Oh my god! Your cat is talking!
Yes, human. She's a witch. I'm a talking cat. Get over it. As I was saying, Camilla will be outside Edgar's house, where she will cast a spell to make you look just like the social worker when you pay Edgar a surprise visit.
And you're gonna carry my dad's camera to record all of Edgar's lies, so we can get the proof that social services needs to set the kids free.
And what will you do?
Me? I'm the mastermind behind all this, human. I'll just be around in case my skills are needed.
He will distract Edgar, so you can record everything and exit the house easily.
I'm not sure, Camilla. Edgar is a scary guy. I don't want to be alone with him. What if something goes wrong?
Then you scream and we run into the house.
We?
Yes, we. We'll never leave you alone.
Promise?
Witch's word.
Okay, let's do it then.
Karen stretched out her hand to close the pact. I placed my hand on top of hers. Let's get that thug. And grudgingly, my Uncle Mario put his paw on top of both our hands.
And kick his butt.
Nervously sweating, Karen rang the doorbell at Edgar's house. Edgar's face was filled with surprise when he opened the door and discovered the social worker outside.
You again. What are you doing here?
Good morning, sir. I'm here to make a surprise inspection. It's standard procedure when there is a report.
Sorry, I can't help you right now. I'm waiting for some guests.
Unfortunately, this is not an optional visit, sir. If you do not allow me to come in for inspection, social services will review your adoption proceedings.
Edgar had no choice. He was forced to let Karen pass.
Be quick about it. I have business to take care of.
Meanwhile, outside the house, I was super focused on repeating the illusion spell to keep Karen looking exactly like the social worker. Sun's light, ray so bright, make Karen look just right, like a social worker, gentle and kind. With this spell, her image will bind. Once she was inside the house, Edgar tried a new way to get rid of the social worker.
Diego! Diego!
Scared and filthy, Diego came running.
Please tell this nice lady what you are studying now.
Now? I was practicing magic tricks.
No, he is joking. Diego, tell her what you are studying now for school.
Maths?
Good. Now, why don't you go back to your room and continue studying? We don't want to interrupt you. Lady, I think you should leave. As you can see, the kids are busy with their studies.
Wait, kid, why are you so dirty?
He's learning gardening.
This house has a garden?
No, he practices at school. And just now he was going to take a bath. right, Diego?
Diego hesitated. He wanted to tell the truth for his brothers and sisters.
Right, Diego?
Edgar gave Diego a murderous gaze, and Diego only nodded.
Now go take a bath, you little piggy. There now, you met one of the kids. Everything is good.
I need to see the rest too, please.
All right, how about a cup of tea in the kitchen first? You look exhausted.
I'm fine.
I insist.
Uncle Mario slipped inside the house through a window to see how he could help, while I was killing it outside, holding the spell in place. But then suddenly, 2 members of the Jackals gang arrived at Edgar's house and approached me.
Hey, kiddo. Is this where Edgar lives? We have a meeting with him. What are you doing here? What's that you're saying?
Uncle Mario was unleashed all over the house, like an agent of chaos, a destroyer of worlds. He knocked over a flower vase, unrolled all the toilet paper, turned on the water faucets, overturned a garbage can, tore the curtains, and finally knocked down a mirror. Edgar and Karen heard the loud crash in the kitchen.
Are there rats in the house?
No, of course not.
Okay then, do you have ghosts?
There are no ghosts.
Are you sure? You better check it out.
Furious, Edgar rushed out the kitchen to find out what the heck was going on in his house. Karen hurried to the children's room, where she discovered them disguised as magicians, mimes, and clowns, practicing the tricks they would later perform at traffic lights. She recorded everything.
Hang in there. I'll be back with help.
Is Camilla with you?
Yes.
Diego's face lit up. Edgar was busted. We had the evidence we needed. Now, we just had to get out of there. But the Jackal gang members were surrounding me as I just stared at them and kept muttering the spell. Sun's light rays so bright, make Karen look just right.
What are you doing, kiddo? Is that some type of spell? You're coming with us.
Bang! A frying pan came flying at the head of one of the gang members, knocking him down. It was Super Uncle Mario, saving the day once again. The gang members were distracted, and I took the opportunity to strike. Magic flow, itch will grow. On the gangster, make it show. With a scratch, he'll twitch and twitch. One hell of an itch, this witch will pitch. The Jackal gangster immediately dropped to the floor, trying to scratch a nasty itch on his back.
Girl, you are mean.
Learned from the best. Karen was about to leave the house when Edgar stopped her.
Hey, are you finally leaving?
Yes, I got everything I need. Thank you.
But Edgar grabbed Karen's arm before she could leave.
You won't give me any trouble, right?
Let me go!
Wait a second, what's happening to you?
Without me repeating the spell, the illusion enchantment faded away, and before Edgar's eyes, the social worker turned into Karen with a camera strapped to her head.
You? What are you doing here?
Me? What? Oh!
And that camera? Give me that.
Edgar, calm down. I can explain it.
That little witch. She dragged you into this. She's here.
Karen had been afraid of Edgar for too long. It was time to face him.
No one dragged me here. I came to stop you.
You don't have a chance. Get over here.
Outside, we heard Karen's loud screams, and we ran into the house. We found Edgar holding Karen by the neck. Let her go. It's over.
That's where you're wrong. This is just getting started, and you're next. You're gonna work for me, and you're gonna use your magic to give me everything I ever wanted.
The only thing I'm gonna give you is a tremendous headache and a ride straight to jail.
If you open your mouth again, I'll break her neck.
Just then, one of Karen's cats, the kitty that earlier flirted with Uncle Mario, came out of her jacket pocket and scratched Edgar's face.
You freaking cat! I'm gonna skin you!
Karen broke loose, and it was my turn to do my thing. Time to pay, Edgar. False sight, now take flight. No more pretend, no more slight. Eyes of truth, let them find. Blindness now in his mind.
No! No!
Edgar had fooled so many people by pretending to be blind. Now he would feel what it was like to be blind for real.
My eyes! You stupid witch! I'm gonna get you! I know where you live.
Humans, dumb babies.
Will he ever see again?
In time, when he is ready. It's just for a week. I opened Diego's bedroom door, and he immediately rushed to hug me.
Camilla, you came.
Our faces were so close, within kissing distance. I promised I would.
Witch's word?
Witch's word. Diego leaned closer. Was he really gonna kiss me in front of all these little kids? Who cared? It was my first kiss. I was ready and closed my eyes. Kiss me, kiss me, kiss me.
Want some bread for your cheesiness? We need to go before more jackals arrive.
Typical Uncle Mario. With the evidence we gathered, Edgar and his rat at social services were found guilty of child exploitation and sentenced to a bunch of years in prison. Edgar didn't take it very well.
How dare you! I'm going to end you!
Diego, his sisters, and brothers moved into a nice foster home where they were treated very well, as they deserved. And I kept my promise to give them our TV so they could watch Diary of a Sorceress. They loved it, and now we're all fans. Finally, my parents came back from the Congress, and first, they didn't find out anything about what happened until...
Camilla, where's our TV?
Oops! At the conference, they had met a local witch couple, the Gonzaleses, whom they invited to dinner. They had a son my age, Esteban, who my mother insisted I meet.
Camila, you and Esteban are going to be classmates.
OMG, a Latino witch boy who looks like Maluma? I'm melting. Get a grip, Camilla.
And unlike us, the Gonzales have a lovely kitty, Aunt Elena.
Wow. I mean, meow. Enchanted to meet you, senorita.
Shut your mouth, Cat. You'll get a fly in it.
The following week, I started classes at my new school. Esteban was so nice to accompany me. The first day is always difficult when you don't know anyone.
Camilla?
Diego, what are you doing here?
I'm gonna study here. It looks like we're going to be classmates.
Great! Diego, this is Esteban. Esteban, this is Diego. Diego, Esteban, and I in the same school. I'm gonna die. Focus, Camilla. Breathe. You can keep your cool. The blood of thousands of powerful witches runs through your veins.